Welcome back. Just when you thought you were breaking away, well, the bears have come back. And we have seen some bit of selling from the day's high. Close around 40 points down tick is what we've seen. Titan has moved to the low point of the day. Nestle has moved a little bit lower. And I think HUL as well has seen a bit of a downtick in the last few minutes. But I think one of the heavier stocks would have fallen. Maybe Infosys. You pull up the intraday chart out there. I think that's moved a little bit low. And that's why we've shaved off. So clearly the bears, as we said at the start of the show, they are playing that 18,350 level, will hold out, at least in this series, and it appears it's going according to script as we speak.
Nigel, the Nifty Bank, that's the one which has also slipped about 150 points from the top just as we speak. We were looking at the Nifty Bank for most part of the day, actually most part of the show sitting higher with almost 400 points. There you have it, about 135 points lower on the Nifty Bank as well from the top.
Yeah, so let's pull up just three stocks, the HDFC twins, if we can get the intraday charts of both those two, and Infosys. That's a large part of the index that we're talking about. And all those three stocks, they have come off a goodish bit. So explains why, in fact, the Nifty has come off. But Nimesh is standing by. So let's get straight to D-Street chatter. Nimesh, what are you picking up in terms of flows, in terms of action? How are you reading it?
Hi, Nigel. Just one day before the expiry, and we are still in that very narrow range for the last few days. And that's been the trend today as well. I guess the last 2 days of flows will not be too material because there will be a lot of the Fino adjustments as well. So not to read too much into it, but the overall feedback is there is lack of interest now from both institutional investors as well as the local and HNI. So that's something. There is lack of participation now from the large institutions. I guess the sector rotation continues. So today the fertilizer stocks are doing good. No specific reasons for the sector to do well, but looks like it's more of a sector churn. I guess the only sector which is really doing good, and that's why there is a lot of interest as well, is the financial basket, and within that the PSU bank stands out. Every day there is consistent buying interest from the larger institutions, so that stands out as far as the participation is concerned. But again, we have the expiry tomorrow, so that needs to be seen. But I guess, around 18,300, 18,400 is where the expiry seems to be looking at the data. But from a participation point of view, there is lack of participation from both domestic investors as well as the local investors.
All right, Nimesh, thanks for that. But in terms of individual stocks, what's on your chatter list?
Hi, Prashant. So the first name on my list is IndusInd Bank. As I said, there is consistent buying in the financial basket, and IndusInd stands out today purely on back of buy flows. In fact, the bank met some large investors as well. There was an investor day yesterday, so there is a bit of interest back in this particular stock, and there were a couple of brokerage notes as well. So that's the first stock. The second stock is Kirloskar Oil. If you look at the chart for this month, the stock is up 30-odd%. This year, the stock is up 80-odd%. And been a big outperformer. Now there is a chatter of a large block deal coming soon. It's going to be a pretty large 14-15% equity likely to change hands in Kirloskar Oil soon, and hence that stock should be in focus. The third stock is Som Distilleries. Again, this stock is locked at 5% upper circuit today. Good volumes in today's trade. There was a 10 lakh share block as well. I believe in terms of participants, some domestic PMS and few large HNIs participate on the buy side, and hence that stock is in focus today. And the last stock is Fino Payments Bank. A big move in that stock, locked at 20% upper circuit. In fact, there was a large block in Fino Payment Bank as well, and the block actually happened at the upper end of the circuit. So that's where a lot of interest seems to be, and hence that stock is locked at upper circuit. And the feedback is maybe the seller was a clean out trade, and hence there is a lot of activity in that stock as well today.